Not all exercise is suitable for everyone. To reduce the risk of injury, consult your doctor before participating in this or any other exercise program. If you feel any pain, discomfort, or dizziness, do not continue. The creators, producers, participants, and distributors of this program disclaim any liability or loss in connection with the exercise and instruction herein.
Welcome to Power Yoga Mind and Body. My name's Adrienne Reed. Our theme for today is legs. So let's go ahead and start working, guys. We're just going to open up into a nice wide angle. So go ahead and open up your feet 3 to 5 feet apart. You're going to point your toes toward the outer edges of your mat. And then when you're ready, hands come to your waist. You're going to sink your hips down into that stretch. This is our first move for the day, so let it be nice and calm here. You don't want to sink too deeply. If you can, try and draw your shoulders over your hips. Let's go 2 more deep breaths here. Looking good, everybody. And then after your second breath, go ahead and rise up and step on up to the front of your mat. No making me laugh, Miss Lydia. Here we go. We're going to take a big step back with your left leg. We're going to float right up into Warrior One. Keep a little bit of a warm up here. Front knee is over front ankle. Square your hips toward the front edge of your mat. Sweep your arms up. Roll your shoulder blades back and down while you're there. Let's go 5 deep breaths there. So really engage the muscles in your legs, especially in your back leg, and fall into that front knee. Make sure you're rolling the back edge of your back foot down. 1 more good breath here. Looking good, everybody. And then exhale, just go ahead and drop your hands to your waist and step right on up to the front of your mats. Shake that out a little bit. Same thing, other side. So when you're ready, big step back with your right leg. Same thing here. Front knee over your front ankle. Square your hips toward the front edge of your mat. Draw your arms upward. Arms are nice and long. Shoulder blades are back and down. Let's go 5 deep breaths there. So once again, sink into your lunge. Engage the muscles in your leg, especially in your back leg. Keep those shoulder blades back and down, and keep the back edge of that back foot down so you're really working nicely through your legs. 1 more deep breath there. Looking good. And then exhale, sweep your hands down to your waist and step forward up to the front of your mat. We're going to step toward the back of your mats, guys. We're going to do a little bit of work, a little bit with Warrior One. We're incorporating a little bit more movement into it. We're going to inhale. You're going to keep your hands to your waist. You're going to step deeply forward and bring your left knee down to the mat. And then exhale, stand on up and lunge up. So when you're ready, guys, the deeper you step with your lunge, the harder it is. So I want you to go to what feels good for you. So let's get 5 of those in. When you're ready, inhale, step forward, drop that knee down, and exhale, spring and push on up. Let's get 4 more. Inhale, step on forward, sink down with that knee. Exhale, stand on up. Beautiful. Inhale, step on forward, fall down with that knee. Exhale, stand on up. Inhale, step on forward, fall down with that knee. Exhale, come on, back up, spring that up. Nice looking, Tina. Inhale, come on, 1 more, forward, bend that knee. And then exhale, stand on up. Shake that out a little bit if you need to. And let's go the same thing on the other side. I like that one. That's a nice peppy move, don't you think? Same thing, other side. So left leg comes forward, fall down with that knee. And then exhale, spring on up. Same thing, 4 more. Inhale, step forward, drop down with that knee. So fall into your lunge. Exhale, stand on up, spring forward. Inhale, come on forward, sink deeply into that knee. Exhale, come on back up. Inhale, step forward, fall deeply. Exhale, come on back up, and 1 more. Inhale, step forward, sink into that lunge, fall down with that knee, and exhale, come on up, release. Shake that out a little bit. Once again, we're going to open into that wide angle. So feet are going to be 3 to 5 feet apart. Point those toes toward the outer edge of your mat. Sink those hips down, shoulders over your hips while you're here. And while we're here, let's inhale and sweep your arms right up at shoulders height. And let's go a couple good breaths there in center. The deeper you sink with your hips, the harder that pose is. Make sure you're rolling out with your knees so you're getting a little more stretch through your thighs and hips. Exhale, let's go ahead and bring your right hand to the inside of your right knee and extend your left arm upward. We're going to go 5 good breaths there. You should feel that a little bit more through your right hip flexors, a little bit more through your right quad. Ease up a little bit so you're not shaking so much, babe. There you go. Exhale, come on back to center. So hands are in center. Pull your hips up a little bit if this is too much for you. Same thing other side. So left hand on the inside of your left knee, right arm extends upwards. Sink deeply with your hips if you want to maximize the stretch. Otherwise, come up a little bit with your hips if that's too much for you. Looking good. So lengthening fingertip to fingertip. Exhale, come on back to center. And draw your torso up, and let's step on up to the front of your mats and shake that out a little bit. Nice job. When you're ready, we're going to do a little bit of a series that works through quads. So I'd like you to bring your hands into namaste, and you guys can step about mid-mat so you're not too close up to the front of your mat. We're going to try and keep your shoulders right over your hips, and we're going to sink down into a chair position. Don't go too deeply, so you can kind of test this out a little bit before you go. Inhale, we're going to kick your right heel up, and we're going to go 5 breaths here. So you just want to swing at the knee and kick your right leg straight forward. So 5 breaths there. The lower you sink with your hips, the more you're working through your knee, through your quads. Exhale, we're going to cross that knee, right ankle over your left knee. So sink deeply into that. Once again, shoulders are over your hips. You got it. Exhale, straighten up your leg. Let's go 5 good breaths there. Sink down with your hips if you want to maximize your stretch. Come up a little bit and straighten up your leg if it's too much. Exhale, go ahead and straighten up. Shake that out a little bit, guys. So go ahead out and release that. Nice job. Same thing on the other side when you're ready. So you know what to expect. You should kind of gauge yourself and determine how deeply you want to sink with your hips. When you're ready, hands come to namaste. We're going to drop your hips down. Keep your shoulders over your hips. Let's go a couple breaths there just to acclimate and get yourself ready. And from there, let's go ahead and kick your left heel straight forward. If you need to, you can just drop your heel right to the mat. We're going to go 5 breaths there. Again, the lower you sink with your hips, the more you're working through the hips and through the quads. When you're ready, left leg crosses over your right. So left ankle over your right knee. Sink deeply with your hips. Try and maintain your balance. Keep the focal point. Fix your gaze. Exhale, go ahead and straighten up your leg. Left leg kicks forward. Go 5 good breaths there. That's a tough one, guys. You're doing super. And then inhale, stand on up, release. Shake that out a little bit. Guess where we're going again? We're going to open into a nice wide angle. Toes are back toward the outer edges of your mat. Draw your hands to your hips, and let's go 5 breaths there. So sink those hips down. You should be getting a little bit warmer, so be able to sink a little bit more deeply with every iteration of this. Shoulders are over your hips, shoulder blades are back and down, nice and relaxed. If you feel good there, I want you to stay there. If you want to get a little bit more out of that stretch, interlace your hands and draw your arms overhead so you're coming in the front mat. There you go. So you're pushing down with your hands and up with your hips and really falling into that stretch. Looking good. Give me 2 more breaths there, guys. Doing great. If that's too much for you, release your hands back down to your hips. Doing better in that, Diane. And exhale, come on out, release. Step on up to the front of your mats. Shake that out a little bit. You got it. We're going to open up to a Parsvo position. So I want you to just take a medium step back with your left leg. Make sure your hips are square toward the front edge of your mat. Inhale, we're going to look up, hands come to your waist. Look up and give a nice arch back, just upper body. And then exhale, go ahead and fall forward. I want you to stop halfway. Make sure your hips are square, your spine is straight. If you're feeling good from there, go ahead and fall the rest of the way down. Release your hands down to the mat. Let's go 5 good breaths there in a nice stretch. This pose is absolutely about working through your hips, so really square through the hips. Your right hip is extending back, your left hip is extending forward. You're relaxed through the upper body. Give me 2 more breaths there, looking good. Try and keep that calm breath while you're here. And then after your second breath, I want you to bend your right knee and extend your left heel further back, so almost into a raised runner's lunge pose. So you're up on your back toes. We're going to add a little bit of movement into here. So we're going to inhale, you're going to lower your knee, hovering above or down to the mat, whatever feels better for you. And then exhale, straighten it back up. And let's get 4 more in on that side. So inhale, lower your knee down, hover above. And exhale, go ahead and straighten up. Keep that length through your torso, keep your hips sinking down. Inhale, lower that knee down. And exhale, go ahead and straighten that up. Sink down with your hips. Inhale, lower that knee down. Exhale, go ahead and straighten that leg up. And 2 more. Inhale, lower that knee down. Exhale, straighten that leg up. And last time, inhale, lower that knee down. Exhale, straighten that leg up. We're going to go 2 more breaths here in raised runner's lunge. So let those hips sink down. Let that left heel drive toward the back of the room. And then after your second breath, we're going to go ahead and take a step back with your right leg and lay down flat on your stomach and just relax for a couple of breaths here. So just release your legs. We're going to do the same series other side in just a moment. So just relax here for a breath or two. And see if you can just utilize this time to come back to a nice calm breath. Maybe let your body temperature cool down a little bit. Nice job, Diane. And then when you're ready, let's go with that same series on the other side. So when you're ready, let's come on up to a standing position. So any way you want to get there is good with me. And we're going to take that medium stance back with your right leg this time. So left leg forward, right leg back, square those hips toward the front edge of your mat, drop your hands to your knees, to your waist, not to your knees. Inhale, look up, take a nice arch back, upper back only, and then exhale, fall forward. You're stopping halfway, making sure your hips are square, your spine is straight, and once you feel good from there, lower the rest of the way down. You can release your hands down to either side of your foot. And once again, focus on your hips. So this is really about squaring through the hips. Left hip is coming back, right hip is coming forward. You're relaxed through the torso. Let your head and neck just relax here. And let's go 2 more breaths on this stretch. Everything is calm and releasing. Nice work through the back of your legs. Nice work through your hips. Looking good. After your second breath, go ahead and bend your left knee, and then you're going to draw your right heel a little further behind, falling into raised runner's lunge. You're going to pop up on your back toes. Let's get this position to start. So I want you to sink your hips down into the mat, lengthen through your right leg, so you're extending that right heel back, and also lengthen through your torso, so you're drawing the top of your head, the crown of your head, toward the wall in front of you. When you're ready, let's add a little movement into this one. So we're going to inhale, bend your right knee, draw your your knee either down to or hovering above the mat, and then exhale, go ahead and straighten that up. Let's get 4 more of those in. Inhale, extend that knee down toward the mat, and exhale, straighten up and lengthen, sink your hips down. Inhale, draw that knee down to the mat. Exhale, straighten up and lengthen. Inhale, draw that knee down. Exhale, straighten up, sink your hips down when that leg is straight. Inhale, draw that knee down or hover above. Exhale, straighten it up, lengthen. 1 more here. Inhale, draw your knee down, really sink it in with those hips. And exhale, straighten it up, lengthen. Let's go 2 more deep breaths here in a raised runner's lunge. Looking good, everybody. Nice and relaxed. After your second breath here, I want you to draw your left leg back. Lower down slowly using the strength of your arms. Just lay down on your stomach. Relax a couple of breaths here. So once again, just use this as an opportunity to come back to a nice calm breath, maybe cool your body temperature a little bit. Long inhales and exhales, just letting your body sink down into the mat. From here, let's go ahead and come up to a standing position again. So any way you want to get there is good. If you know what a vinyasa is, feel free to vinyasa up to that. All right, we're going to do a little bit more work with legs here, seeing as that's our theme. You're going to either drop your hands to your waist and bring your knee up to hips height, or if you want, you can interlace your hands and hold the back of your thigh. So we're bringing right leg up at hips height. You do what feels good for you. So you're either interlacing your hands underneath or hands to your waist. Let's go 2 good breaths there. I recommend in this pose that you find a focal point and fix your gaze. It makes your balance a little bit easier. After your second breath, we're going to straighten up your legs. So try and just hinge at the knee. Let's go 2 good breaths there. Exhale, go ahead and bend your knee. Couple good breaths there. If your hands are on your waist and you feel like you need a little bit more of a challenge, you can draw your arms up overhead. We're going to exhale, straighten up your leg. Let's go 3 good breaths there. So leg is straight, 3 breaths. Arms are overhead, on your waist, or tucked under your thigh. Looking good, guys. So serious. See if you can even smile in that pose. That's a hard one. Exhale, go ahead and bend your knee. See if you can just keep hinged at that knee. Keep your focal point, your eyes fixed on a certain point. My goodness, I couldn't spit that out. Exhale, go ahead and straighten up your leg. We're going 5 breaths there. You can do it. Try and keep that heel up at hip height. Try and just hinge at the knee. Nice calm breath. Fix your gaze. Exhale, go ahead and release. Drop it down. Shake that out a little bit. Rock on, Matt. That was great. Same thing, other side when you're ready. So left knee bends at hips height. You can either have your hands on your waist or interlace your hands and hold up that thigh. Let's go 2 good breaths there. Once again, find a focal point, fix your gaze. That really does help with your balance. Make sure your right foot is planted nice and firmly. When you're ready, hinge at the knee, straighten up that left leg. We're going 2 good breaths there. If you want that challenge, you can draw your arms up overhead. It's totally up to you. Rock on, Matt. That's great. Exhale, go ahead and bend that knee. We're going back to a knee bent position. Right foot is planted nice and firmly. Shoulder blades are backing down. Nice calm breath. Fix that gaze. Exhale, go ahead and straighten up that leg. Let's go 3 good breaths there. Try and just hinge at the knee, so don't let your leg lower at all. See if you can just keep that leg nice and straight. You got it. Inhale, bend that knee. Let's go 2 good breaths in center. You know what's coming. We're going 5 breaths here. If you're feeling real good, arms come overhead. Exhale, straighten up your leg. Let's go 5 good breaths. Wonderful. Exhale, come on out, release. Shake that out a little bit. Looking good, guys. Let's lay down. Everyone's saying, oh, thank goodness. When you're ready, you're going to bend your right knee and pull it in toward your chest. All right, I'd like your shoulder blades backing down here, and I want you to engage your left leg. So back of your left knee, back of your left thigh are drawing downward. Your left foot is flexed just slightly, almost as though you were standing on it. Let's go 2 more breaths there. And then exhale, go ahead and release that. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So right leg straightens up, left leg bends. So bend, pull your left knee in towards your chest. And let's get a couple good breaths in there. Same thing. Try and engage your right leg. Back of your right thigh, back of your right knee drawing downward. Right toes pointing upward. Shoulder blades are backing down. And exhale, go ahead and release that. I have a strap next to each of you. It's toward the front of your mat, so if you need to sit up to grab your strap, go ahead and do that. And we're going to go through 1 more leg series here on your back. Okay, so don't do anything for me yet, Matt. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to start again pulling your right knee in toward your chest. Just for a breath there. Have that strap somewhere that you can grab it. So right knee, Matt. Yes. When you're ready, you're either going to hold your strap and draw it across the ball of your foot, or you're going to hook your big toes with your 2 fingers and straighten your leg upward that way. So I want you to draw the strap across the ball of your foot or hook your toes. We're going to drive that heel up toward the ceiling. I want you to go for a nice straight leg here, and you're flexing your foot just slightly. If you feel like you're working a little too hard here, release and relax just a little bit here. We're going to go 5 breaths there. Shoulder blades are backing down. It's really important to engage and work your left leg there. So back of your left thigh, back of your left knee is drawing downward, left toes are pointing upward. Wonderful. After your 5th breath here, I want you to grab the strap just with your right hand. So you're holding the strap with your right hand. And when you're ready, we're going to open up your right leg off to the right-hand side. Guys, watch one another here that you don't kick one another. You're going to open up your left arm and look out over your left shoulder. You're letting your right arm do all the work to hold that leg off to the side. Looking good, Penny. So you're trying to keep shoulders and shoulder blades flat on the mat. And you're trying to relax that leg off to the side. It's definitely stretching, but try and prevent it from doing work. Let that right arm do all the work to keep that leg off to the side. 1 more deep breath there, looking good. Don't forget to keep that left leg engaged. And exhale, float back up towards center. We're going to grab the strap with your left hand and do the same thing. So let your right leg now flop off to the left-hand side. And you're going to open up your right arm and look out over your right shoulder. So this is a little bit more of a twist here. If you can get your foot all the way down to the mat, that's great. And if you can get it all the way to the mat, you actually want to start extending it up toward your shoulders. Shoulders and shoulder blades are backing down. Let's go 2 more deep breaths here. Looking good. After your 2nd breath, roll back towards center. You're going to grab that strap once again with both hands. We're going to draw your torso up. So you're going nose toward knee, knee toward nose. So you're getting a nice extended stretch here. Looking good. So you're drawing your torso up toward your leg down towards your torso. We're going to go 3 more breaths there. Don't forget to engage that left leg. So back of your left thigh, back of your left knee draws downward. Left toes are engaged. We're going 2 more breaths here. And after your second breath, release the strap off to the side. Let your torso lay down flat. Inhale, drive your heel up toward the ceiling. And exhale, slowly lower your heel all the way down to the floor. Nice job, guys. Keep that strap somewhere where you can grab it. We're going to do that same series on the other side. When you're ready, left knee pulls in towards your chest. Just to get your body acclimated, start warming up on that side. We're going to grab that strap. Same thing. Draw it across the ball of your foot, or you can hook your big toe with your 2 fingers and straighten your leg up that way. Make sure your leg is straight. If you cannot straighten your leg, I want you to lower it a little bit more out of that stretch. Your leg should not be quivering at all. It should just be at a point where it's straight and it's working. You should feel good sensation, definitely not pain in that stretch. Don't forget about engaging your right leg. So back of your right thigh, back of your right knee draws down toward the mat. Lengthen through that right leg. We're going 2 more breaths on this side. Shoulder blades are backing down. Your upper body's just completely relaxed. Your arms are doing all the work, but their shoulders are backing down. Wonderful. We're going to drop that strap to your left hand, and you're going to open up your right arm to the right hand side. Let's open up your left leg to the left. Looking good. You're looking over your right shoulder. Your shoulder blades are nice and flat. Don't forget to engage that right leg. So Matt, I'm going to come over and give you a little bit of a hand here. You can just relax this leg and let me do all the work for you. That's the way. So you're trying to keep that right hip flat on the mat, that right leg flat on the mat. Let's go 2 more breaths here. Your left leg should be stretching, not working. So let your left arm be doing all the work to keep that leg off to the side. Exhale, go ahead and float back towards center. You can bend your knee if you need to get there. We're going to swap hands. So strap goes into your right hand. Open up your left arm to the left-hand side. Let that leg fall off to the right. Beautiful. So that hip is going to be coming up off the mat, and you're really trying to get a nice twist here. So Diane, you can come up that way. Yes. So you're nice and long through your left leg. Your right arm is doing all the work to keep that leg to the side. Your shoulder blades are backing down. Looking good. Let's go 3 more breaths there, guys. Every inhale, you're breathing right into where you're feeling that stretch, and every exhale, you're letting your shoulder sink a little further down, that leg release and get a little bit longer. Exhale, go ahead and roll back towards center. Grab that strap again with both hands. We're going nose to knee, knee to nose. So you're drawing your torso up towards your leg. The more you flex your foot in this, the more stretch you're going to feel. You do what feels good for you. We're going 5 more breaths here. Engage the back of your right leg. So the back of that thigh, the back of that knee draws downward. And really relax through. Wonderful. Exhale, go ahead and release that. Let your torso fall to the mat. Release the strap to the side. Inhale, drive that left heel up toward the ceiling. And exhale, slowly lower that heel all the way down to the mat. Beautiful. Once you get down there, I want you to bend your knees, pull them in towards your chest, and just rock side to side gently. And you do what feels good for you. You can roll your knees almost in like a circle, and that changes the location of the massage. So you do what feels good. And then when you're ready, we're going to tuck your hands behind your lower back. Drive your heels up toward the ceiling. No abs today. You know I got to get some abs in. Drive your legs nice and straight. Flex your feet slightly to your count of 10. Just slowly lower your heels all the way down to the mat. Taking your time getting down there. If you're real strong through the core, go nice and slow. Maybe when you get down about an inch off the mat, let your heels hang for an inch and then come down, go for a breath or 2. Otherwise, just lower down to your count. Once your feet hit the mat, go ahead and release your hands out from underneath. Once more, if you'd like to bend your knees, pull them in towards your chest and rock side to side, feel free. A little bit more of a release there. Wonderful, and let's get ready for Shavasana, guys. So you can go ahead and release your legs down flat on the mat. You can move the straps off to the side if you need to. Matt, I'm going to tuck this towel out of the way for you. And get nice and comfortable, ready for Shavasana. The final pose of class is the most important in yoga, called Shavasana. This is the pose you've worked the entire class to achieve, an exploration of stillness in action. As you lay here on your mat, allow your entire body to come to rest. Let your feet flop open. Bring your hands by your sides with your palms upward. Close your eyes. Let your mind and body relax completely. The purpose of this time is to just be. Be still in your heart, still in your body, still in yourself. Try to remain in this pose for 5 to 10 minutes, finding health and harmony within. Thank you for your time and hard work today. Namaste.
If you'd like to continue to improve your strength, stamina, flexibility, and balance, order Power Yoga for Athletes. This hour-long video is for yogis who embrace a more active lifestyle. Call 1-866-629-1591 or visit adrianreed.com. For tips and secrets on Power Yoga, visit WUSF.org and click on the Power Yoga icon. You'll find frequently asked questions and show information from Adrian Reed.